out to Hoops Jargon, man. I'm gonna add you to the crew, man. This crew called Hoops Jargon. They've been getting at it, man. They the ones that's gonna grill you, man, because they majority are all Houston people. So that's
shout out to Hoop Jargon.
Shout out to Hoop Jargon, man. Shout out to BoxDen.com. Shout out to Most Sports Talk Radio. Shout out to C Hendo. Shout out to everybody, man, tuning in.
In the great words of Kendrick Perkins, shout out to Hoop Jargon. So what's up, everybody, man? I wanted to address this issue. What's going on, man? Yeah, man, rest in peace to Terrence Clark, man. I saw DJ just went live. I thought he usually goes live at 10. So I didn't want to interfere with that brother's live. That's crazy, man. But ain't nothing I ain't seen, in my 37 years of life, man. Life being taken away, man. And so life is a precious thing, man. So I do want everybody to definitely give reverence to that brother, man. So that's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. Shout out to Rap God, man, hopping on the stream. Appreciate that, bro. CA3, man, salute Hoop Jargon, man. Salute back, brother. Appreciate you always supporting the channel, what we're doing. And I'm currently in a hotel right now because my apartment got flooded out about a month and a half ago. And they did the asbestos evaluations, and it was deemed that I need to be at a hotel. So my apartment is paying for me to be in a hotel for the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna be here for 2 weeks, man. So it's a little trappish out here. It's cool. It's a Howard Johnson, but it's a little trappish. So, excuse my trappish environment around here. And it reminds me of Lynn Byers' death. Absolutely, man. That's tough, man. It's never a good thing, man, when the brother got such a high trajectory on life and then it gets ended. I'm not sure how the brother passed away. Y'all can enlighten me in the chat. But yeah, let's definitely give reference to Terrence Clark, man. And it is a cat, man. I remember like maybe about 6 years ago, he's slated to go to Texas A&M and he died on prom night, run to a drunk driver or a driver driving the opposite way. Now forget his name, and somebody can remember that, drop that in there, man. So it's so unfortunate, man, to see a young life lost before it can really mature to the level it's supposed to be at. Car crash. Damn, that's crazy, man. I've seen a lot of people go out that way, man. And your boy Hoop Jargon was almost one, man. I got ran off the road by 18-wheeler before when I was 19. One of the scariest things I had happen in my life. I also hydroplaned at about age 30. I had an Escalade at the time, and man, my Escalade just totally hydroplaned. I hit the divider, and boom, hit the other divider. So Escalade's a big vehicle. It was totally done. You understand what I'm saying? So I've experienced a few near-death situations as far as the cars related, man. So I sure hate to hear that, man. I sure hate to hear it. So take a second to recollect my thoughts, because that's crazy, man. It's just crazy. But so let's talk a little bit about what's going on right now with the social climate of America. I love these topics. Hoop Jargon, man. I'm gonna be Hoop Jargon, man. And what I want to talk about is LeBron James, man, and his him getting caught up with the situation, as we know, as the title depicts, with his tweet about the "You're next" on that Miss Bryant's death. I forget her name, Kiara. What's her name, y'all? It's right there on my doggone title, but I can't see it all the way. But yeah, you guys know what I'm referring to, man. And so LeBron James is being LeBron James. And here's why I'm going to speak how I speak about LeBron James, because I said his name like 3 times. Like I don't have a good vocabulary. But the thing is, man, when you get caught up in this social climate so easily, you lose scope. Ma'Kia Bryant. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Thank you, J&J, for that. So when you tend to lose scope sometimes. Oh, let me say this too before we get into it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, man, sub to the channel, man. I know some of y'all, well, a lot of y'all watch these after the fact, so I really appreciate that. I see the numbers go up with time. So I just want to, thank y'all for that. My goal is I gotta get to 1,000 subs by summertime, man. So if y'all can help me share the video, that's gonna help. I gotta do the YouTube. See, I'm not a YouTuber like that. I just, I talk, I tell you how I'm feeling, and I hope y'all vibing what I'm doing. But I gotta keep reminding myself to be media trained. I gotta have y'all help support the channel so I can do these live streams. They can be more turned up and all that. So anyway, LeBron James got caught with his pants down again, getting emotional, getting ahead of himself. And before, there's no projection. What's up, Keenan Captain? What's up, homie? So before, I want to show you exactly what went down. So let me show you technology, what I'm talking about, and show you what LeBron James got caught up with what he was doing, man. All right. So y'all should be able to see with the share screen. Yes, no, maybe so. All right. So LeBron James deletes your next tweet aimed at officer in fatal shooting of Ohio teenager. LeBron James, he typed the word "your next." So if you saw the tweet he had, it was a picture of the officer. It says your next #accountability, insinuating that it was the company line that an unarmed black teen person was killed by the hands of a white cop. And so he ended up deleting the tweet, and guys like Alex Saliva, I know Salibi, but so there's the actual tweet by LeBron right there. Your next accountability. So it just shows LeBron didn't do his prudence, man. You didn't go and show, you didn't get the full context, and it showed, if you saw the video, guys, it's pretty disturbing. But the young lady called the cops because she had an issue going on at the house, and so when the cops showed up, she came outside with the knife, was lunging at somebody, and the cop killed her dead with 4 shots. Right? So she was attempting to stab, and I put that in quotations, but that's exactly what she was doing. Let's keep it a buck. Hoop Jargon gonna tell you what it is. Excuse me. So they got an investigation going right now, and so LeBron caught a lot of flack by that. He caught a lot of flack. So he went on this apology tour, trying to explain why he felt the way he felt. And so I'm going to find another. Yeah, there you go. So we go to ESPN. So he felt the need to explain why he deleted the tweet. And here's the thing, man. You know me, man. I'm not a big LeBron fan, and I'm not a hater of his, man. I'm really not. At one point, I kind of was. I'll admit my fault. But so now he explains why he did it, and then he said, "Anger does any of us any good that includes myself." So I guess he said anger doesn't do any. LeBron. I mean, high school education. Just saying. Gathering all the facts and educated myself, though. My anger is still there for what happened to that little girl. My sympathy for her family and made justice prevail. So initially, I'm going to say, what justice are you talking about, bro? She lunged at somebody with a knife, my man, to inflict pain at worst, to kill at best. You understand what I'm saying? So what justice comes of a situation like this? I don't understand. And here's the thing, man. I don't want to lose all y'all, but in the liberal spectrum, people get so incensed on emotionality. When you don't understand the scope of the situation is, listen, and this is going to sound bad, man, but you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, man. And Hoop Jar going to be the first one to tell you, I'm not sitting here making excuses for degenerate behavior. You call the cops. Cops show up, and then you go out there with the protection of the cops. And there's a third angle, y'all, if y'all don't believe me. And I was on a live stream. Shout out to my boy Sammy, man, for like 2 hours on Facebook today. And we got all the facts out. We got all the discussion out because, we in our community, this is something that's near and dear to us, which is cop killing. And we got to understand the whole situation before we get so incensed and not understand context. You understand what I'm saying? So I just want to understand. I want to understand what he means by justice. There's no justice to be done. You took a vigilante approach, and it sucks, man. Who wants to see a 16-year-old girl get her life ended? Nobody. But you took the law into your hands, and you got your result. That's life, man. That's life. And so he goes on to say, I'm so tired of seeing black people killed by police. I took the tweet down because it's being used to create more hate. This isn't about one officer. See, I'm calling bullshit. My guy, you called out one officer. You had his picture. You said you were next. See, and this is one of my problems with LeBron James. LeBron James is an emotional dude, and he's raised by a single mother, so I understand who he is. I really do. But he's so disingenuous when he leaps before he looks. You point out one officer, my guy. You can't back up and say, "Oh no, it ain't just about one officer." No, you highlighted the actual guy. And you said you're next. So you can't back off that when you promoted that narrative. You understand what I'm saying? So he got caught with his pants down. He didn't do his research, just banking on the narrative being correct. And you got to eat it, bro. You got to eat it. So then he goes on and says about the entire system. They always use our words to create more racism. I'm desperate for more accountability. And to me, look, I'm 37, LeBron's 36. My God, that's bullshit. Let Hoop Jogging be the first one to tell you that's bullshit. I would expect that from a 25-year-old. I would expect Lonzo Ball to tweet that. You understand me? I would expect LaMelo to tweet that. That's bullshit. You're supposed to be an elder statesman in your craft, in the league. And you tweeting out like some, little 25-year-old. You understand what I'm saying? And I can't let you slide, homie. I can't let you slide. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. So, and I'll leave the share screen along with that, and let me get back to what I was talking about. It's funny how the accountability narrative gets said, and it's just funny, man. Like, dude, you got emotional, you got caught with your pants down, and now you're trying to double and triple down on that activism shit that you on. And what I assert is that LeBron James is a corporate whore, man. And I know that's not gonna fall favorably to some of y'all, but that's just what it is. He's a corporate whore. So he ebbs towards where he thinks his constituents, which are his fans, will want to hear. Because LeBron James is a rich guy. He's rich above measure. He'll be a billionaire if he's not one already. You understand what I'm saying? So that is a super high level of affluence. So LeBron what he likes to do is connect with the people. He likes to kind of masquerade as like a Muhammad Ali type figure. I'm not saying LeBron's a bad guy. I'm really not. LeBron James, I think he does generally care for people and his people in particular, but he's a self-aggrandizer to the highest level. And I tell people this all the time. Anytime LeBron James tries to show a level of, like, I don't want to say contrition, but when he wants to show reverence to somebody, he always shows himself with the person. Like damn near every time. When he represents, Kobe, he puts himself in the same thing. Like, and he puts sheesh at the end. That's kind of LeBron's thing. And so it is what it is, man. And I just want to let you guys know what he's about. LeBron James, as much as he is a person for people, which I don't want to take that away from him. He's not a good person. I think overall LeBron James is a good person. But I think he's such a self-aggrandizer. He's so emotional that he got caught again with his pants down, and now he's trying to backtrack. And I just it's so disingenuous, man. It's so disingenuous, man. So Rap God said, you're media trained. Well, I actually did. Again, I tell you all the time, I covered the Houston Rockets before I covered the Houston Texans. So I got a little bit of media training, man. I got a little bit, man. On YouTube, anybody can be whatever they want. You understand what I'm saying? So I've actually done this in real life. I just didn't see a way I could, ascend quickly. But YouTube, and I got to give, my boy DJ Ron Cut all the credit. He helped me see the vision to be able to do this. And one thing I never did is I never masked my identity. I know DJ now, he does all the time. But one thing I want to do is, like, you're going to know who Cliff Franks is. You can pull my stats up. You can pull all that shit up. One thing I'm not going to do is, be something that I'm not going to talk myself up. And again, I'm not even trying to juxtapose that with DJ. But I see a lot of YouTubers, man, like they try to hide their background. And I kind of take the Canvas Samuels approach, man. You can pull my whole life up. You understand what I'm saying? You can pull my whole life up. And I'm not running for nothing, man. And I know some people may not, always see my vision eye to eye, but I'm a regular ass dude, man. When I thought I was somebody, I was hooping, bro. I thought I was somebody. And then DJ in the chat, man. That's my guy, man. Shout out to New Media, man. So I always give DJ, man, the credit that he's due. He put me at the forefront to understand that I could do something in this YouTube game. So I'll never not give him credit for that. You know what it is, man. So with that being said, Aaron said, "Gonna get you 1,000, man." Appreciate that, man. So share the video, tell somebody to sub to the page, man. I get to 1,000, man. It's curtains time. You know what I'm talking about? And I got some dope. So last year during the pandemic, I had these great interviews. One of them with Aaron Brooks, who the assistant coach at Baylor, who won the championship this year. One with Cynthia Cooper, the best female hooper that ever lived. You understand what I'm saying? I got like a Rolodex of coaches, that I want y'all to experience with me. I want y'all to ask questions with me. I got ties to Kendrick Perkins, like y'all know in my intro, I do all the time. And my guy, C. Hendo, he knows a lot of NBA players. So I can get these people on here, man. I just want, let's get to that point, man, we get into 1,000 subs, man. And I'm going to give y'all what y'all want, man, with that heat. And man, me and DJ gonna give y'all some of that heat with the HBCU experience, man. I think we tap into something that a lot of people don't have cachet in, at least not the younger people. So, man, y'all keep y'all out for the HBCU stuff. All right, let's see. I wonder if you see the video before tweeting that. No, he couldn't have. No. There's no way you watch that video and you tweet that out. No way. Unless now, if you watch that and you tweet that out, I really question your overall intellect. I really do. Because you see, you don't have the clemency to charge someone with a deadly weapon and walk away from that. You understand what I'm saying? So, nah, man, we gotta, as a community, we gotta cut this shit out. We gotta stop excusing degenerate behavior and acting like that's normal. So CA3 says the knife was inches away from chest. Yes, it was, man. We cannot excuse that, man. My boy Andrew, my aka my biggest hater on PS4, man. Hey, every time I get online, man, Andrew be on there talking about me losing on Madden, which I'm terrible at Madden, so I can't be bad at him. I'm so bad at Madden, but I like to play it. Yeah, man. Andrew be on my ass on the live streams. All right, CA3 says, I'm a Bron fan, but he got to hold his L, man. He didn't do his research. And that's just, and that's accountability. That is the, that's a conundrum of this situation. That this man leapt before he looked, and you got caught with your pants down, homie. Now you got to eat this shit. You can't go back and double back with all this, you know, what they call verbose explanation. I'm just so tired of it. No. You spoke about this situation in that instance. So you can't double back, man. Like you just, you know, you trying to make it general again, because I mean, that's natural. When you get that heat, you feel me? Like your natural instinct is to get the heat off of you. I just wish he just accepted what he's doing more, man. Because to me, that's, I'm gonna say it, man. That's horse shit, man. That's horse shit. And you know what's funny, man? When I get big with this channel and all that, I'm gonna hold players to task, man. I'm gonna hold them to task at all times, because a lot of players, man, and I alluded earlier, he has a high school education. Doesn't mean he's not a smart brother in general. Like on the basketball court, one of the smartest people to ever play basketball, in my opinion, even though I'm not a fan of his game per se. But that's, you know, I just think in other aspects, LeBron, he shows how unintelligent he is in some respects. And this is one of them. I'm sorry. You didn't do your prudence, sir. I'm going to call you out on your shit. So, yeah, man, hashtag new media all day, man. What's up, man? Yeah, my boy Rap God, I appreciate you, brother. I really do, man. Let's see. Love by God. Enjoy the content. That's what's up, Andrew. Andrew, I swear to God, Andrew on my shit every time I'm playing the game, bro. He said, L coming soon. I be seeing that shit. I be ignoring your ass sometimes, but I see it. Right, gotta say I'm not a Madden fan. You know what? I like Madden for what it is. I never was a good Madden player per se, but I keep trying to force it like I can play it, but you know, it generally never goes favorably for your boy. But you know, I'm gonna still play. I'm a competitor at heart, so it's all good. All right, Rap guy asks, question for who? What was Kobe Bryant life in your assessment? Okay, well, let me say this. I'm probably not the best to ask, because Kobe Bryant happens to be my favorite player of all time. But I would say I'm one of the most reasonable Kobe fans out. Here's why. Because to me, Kobe Bryant at best is top 10. At best. Probably around 11, 12. But Kobe Bryant was like the antipathy of NBA, how can I put it, legacy, meaning his father played basketball and he was a second generation NBA guy who took it serious. He took it as serious as one could possibly take basketball. Y'all know the stories. Motherfucker, they want to go to the strip clubs and shit when he's a rookie. He's like, I ain't come here to go to strip clubs. I came here to win. You understand what I'm saying? So Kobe Bryant was just the antipathy of just hard worker. He was obsessed with his craft. And fellas, I tell y'all all the time, a lot of guys are not obsessed with their craft. They're not obsessed because they do it because they're good at it and they get paid a lot of money. So Kobe, he was like, I'm not wasting a single breath on this basketball court. I'm waking up obsessed. You understand what I'm saying? So I think his legacy is going to bleed into somebody who did not cheat the game at all. He didn't cheat. He didn't cheat a second of basketball. Now, when 2 times he cheated basketball as a fan, and it pisses me off. Against the Phoenix Suns when he quit, when they gave him the 3-1 lead, when everybody said he was shooting too much. So game was 6. He decided he wasn't gonna shoot no more. That was some whole ass shit, in my opinion. And then against the Celtics in 07, when we lost that series, and he kind of pretty much did the same thing. So he cheated the game twice, but twice out of his whole body of work, that's pretty impressive, man. So I think Kobe, on the basketball court, he showed how to be obsessed with your craft and what it can bring to you, because Kobe wasn't the most athletic. He wasn't the best personality type you want for your leader in the locker room. But he was so obsessed with what he was doing, he refused to fail. He refused to fail until basically his Achilles gave out. After his Achilles gave out, you couldn't control that no more. But when he was at his prime form, he was obsessed with success. So much so that he had the right, as a young 22-year-old, to call Shaq out for being too fat. Who could call Shaq out at that time? Shaq was at the top of his game. But Kobe watched him every day in practice. He knew what the writing on the wall was. He's like, dog, you lazy. Why? Because in Kobe's mind, you're 7'2", 300 pounds, gifted. You got the dexterity, like you got the footwork. Why are you so goddamn lazy? You think Phil Jackson talks to Shaq like that? You think what's that dude named? Damn, man, I got a vision of this guy, the not Utah Jazz, Orlando Magic coach. I forget his name. White dude. You think he talked to Shaq like that? You think an LSU coach talked to Shaq like that? You think the San Antonio Cole, his high school coach, talked to Shaq like that? Absolutely not. Kobe Bryant was maybe 4 years his junior. Talks to Shaq like that because that's just the kind of guy he was. So he gets all the respect in the world. Even if I wasn't a fan of Kobe, I would respect his craft because that dude was maniacal, man. He was all about dominating your opponent in every fashion. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that'll be his legacy going forward. He'll never be in the GOAT conversation, in my opinion. He just didn't do enough. He's a carbon copy of Jordan with less accomplishments. So you can't argue that into the GOAT conversation. So and as a fan, I'm okay with that. I'm okay. But I think as time goes, people will appreciate Kobe more and more, especially with him being, not alive anymore. He was similar to Steph Curry. Yeah, Steph Curry, another example of NBA legacy, nepotism, as it were. Steph Curry, I'm not going to lie. I whiffed on Steph Curry, man. I thought he'd be trash. I thought he's going to be between a point guard and a two guard. I don't know how he would fit the NBA model, but shit, Steph that dude. Steph that dude, man. You can't deny the results, man. That dude's the best shooter to ever touch a basketball, and that's just facts. So I don't know if Steph Curry has the same work ethic of Kobe. Those reports didn't really come out, but dedication to shooting, he's changed the game. I mean, is there any debate on that? That shooting from unspeakable range, from a normal fashion. That's irrefutable. What Steph Curry means to basketball now. All right, let's see. The 06 Suns favor Vegas to win the series. 08 Celtics defeated the depleted Lakers, who were missing Bynum and Trevor. Yeah, that's true. Now, as a Laker fan, I want to accept that. I'm good with those explanations down, but as just a straight basketball fan, I gotta accept that Kobe bitched out twice. He bitched out. Now, one time he didn't bitch out when we got our ass whooped was against the Mavericks. We got swept when they went on to beat the Heat. We just couldn't defend the pick and roll. We couldn't do shit about it. And Kobe didn't hold out. Now, Andrew Bynum hold out with that flagrant foul shit he was doing. That was some bitch shit to me. But now Kobe didn't, he only had two moments that really just were like, wish he didn't do that shit. That messes the argument up, said a little bit. So I do appreciate Kobe that, because here's the thing, guys. Nobody's perfect. Even LeBron James, that 2011 finals, that was one of the worst things I've seen from a star player ever. And we gotta just understand and believe that. Like his first finals loss when he played the Spurs, I don't hold that against him. There was no way y'all gonna beat them. There's no way. But he still showed up. He did his thing. And then when everybody wanted to see the Lakers and the Cavaliers meet in 2009, but they lost to the Magic. Dwight Howard had a hell of a series. Turkoglu had a hell of a series. Jameer Nelson, they got their ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't get their ass whooped. I think they lost in 6. But I don't hold that against him. I mean, nobody's career is perfect. You're gonna have lapses, but 2011 that's a huge blemish. But to his credit, he's learned from that moment. He's rectified in some capacity. He still has a 4-6 record in the finals. I think that's not good. That's not good. But I'm not gonna over critique LeBron in that space. I mean, because hell, at the end of the day, you've been in 10 finals. Jerry West been like to 11. I mean, won 1 out of 11, but it's not easy to get to the finals that consistently. Now, I will say this: LeBron James is a very good provocateur to get things to go his way, to get trades, free agent acquisitions to come his way. So he's mastered that art. So I'm not acting like he's just doing some miracle work. You understand what I'm saying? So he's a just destroy and rebuild kind of guy. So that's why he's in position to win at such a high clip. At least in the position to win. He may not always win it all, but he's in the position because he manipulates it. He manipulates it. But that's just fact. I mean, anybody on this chat want to refute that? I didn't think so. But yeah, man. So I just think, man. So to stay on the topic of LeBron James, I really wish he would think before he spoke, man. He's too goddamn emotional. Because if you watch that video, y'all, and you know what, I'm gonna tell LeBron out of this. As a community, we got to cut this shit out. We got to stop absolving deviant, degenerate behavior and acting like that's normal because we're passionate. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. And I'm not willing to accept it on any level. And you shouldn't either. You should not accept that either. So with you going out, lunging at someone with a knife when you call the cops, it's not going to end favorably. Sorry. And I'm unwavering on that. I'm not going to acquiesce to like the public sentiment. The public sentiment is always to blame the police. And I'm not a Black Lives Matter advocate. I tell this story all the time, y'all. When I was 25 years old, about 2010, I want to say, I had cops run up on me and my frat brothers, guns drawn, over a noise complaint. And I was told by a cop, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to bust a cap in your ass, is what he told me. So what if I got up and ran or some shit? I'd have put myself in position for him to make a judgment call when, as we know, the law is not on your side, man. You are not a officer of the law. You are a civilian, meaning all things equal, the law is going to ebb towards a law enforcement officer, not yourself. Because I tell people all the time, and shout out to a page I used to listen to religiously, Chronicles of Judah 144. And he coined this phrase, and it's so true, that cops are generally trash men. They are out to take out the societal trash. The stuff that other people don't want to deal with, that's the cops' job is in general. And we got to understand the cops are not the best trained people in the world. And I tell the story all the time. I was supposed to be a cop coming out of coming out of college, rather. Criminal justice was my major. I cringe at some of my friends who are cops and how they were in college. I cringe that they are in control of people's lives as such. You understand what I'm saying? So when we are having that overstanding of that situation, at no point would I put my life in the hands of somebody who's probably a poor decision maker under fire. And we got to teach our offspring this shit. We got to teach our kids how to deal with cops. And one thing, I'm not a big, now Colin Kaepernick, the athlete, I've always been a fan. I've always liked Colin Kaepernick. And when he did the protest shit, at first I liked it. And I tell this story all the time. I don't know what about my life. I've been around a lot of shit. So when Kaepernick first sat down at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, I was there. And I have it on Facebook Live, taking a picture of him. It's before he was kneeling, as he was sitting down doing the national anthem, because it was a first preseason game. It was like October, I believe. No. August. I'm sorry, August. The Texans were playing against the 49ers, obviously. And that's when Kaepernick was like third string, because they had Thad Lewis, they had Blaine Gabbert ahead of him. And I remember Kaepernick was sitting down. And then so I didn't even know what I was looking at. So I filmed it not knowing what I was looking at. But I remember like ESPN, like a day later, was talking about, Kaepernick sits down during the anthem. And that wasn't a big story. Then they asked him, why are you sitting down? And then he explained it. You understand what I'm saying? So I was there for that moment. So the point I'm making is I appreciate what Kaepernick thought he was doing. I just don't agree with kneeling to ask for respect. No, you don't. It don't work on a playground. It don't work on in society. You cannot ask nobody for respect. You understand what I'm saying? That's just not how the world works. So in totality, I'm happy that Colin Kaepernick did what he did, but that social justice shit, that's just not what I'm about, man. Because it's not solution based thinking, and so I want to add that. Oh, I got a few chats going on. FYF says, salute to chat, salute Jordan, appreciate it. All right, let's see. Rap God said I'm going live tomorrow night. I may. I don't know, bro. We'll see if y'all give me a topic worth talking about. I got to get passionate about it. I'm trying to get better at this, but when I get passionate, I'll see what's up. All right, see what's good, Hoop Jog, and A Vogel finally benched our boy Matthews. He ain't playing today at all, man. Hey man, Wesley Matthews got to hang it up, bro. Like I told you last time, Animal man, I appreciate you, bro. I don't know why I like Syracuse guys, like, because I don't like Syracuse the program. I don't. But eventually, more likely than not, the guys play pretty hard, man. I even like that bum ass Jerry McNamara. Jerry McNamara was a bum, but I liked him for some reason. I don't know why I like this bum ass. But Hakeem Ward, that's actually who I played like. So I had a lot of affinity for Hakeem Ward, obviously, Carmelo Anthony, John Wallace back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I guess that's why I like Wesley Matthews, his story being undrafted. But he's just a tough guy, like 6'6", 6'5"-ish. Just get after it. And I kind of like guys of that build, or that ilk. Like, I like that. But yeah, he's done. Wesley Matthews is done, bro. He's done. I'm glad he's not sitting no more. I'm glad he's sitting now. Like, I'm good, man. If I almost look at like if Wesley Matthews getting NBA money, shit, then you put your boy out there. He said, yeah. So I mean, AD's back now, so I mean, that gives a different dynamic to the squad, and that's cool. I'm good with the aged out guys still trying to get it, man. Like this. No, so here's the bullshit that I'm about. I say that, but I kind of like Jared Dudley still in the NBA. It's almost like a novelty. Like at this point, Jared Dudley sucks, but I like he's still in the NBA. I like the story, like the Vince Carter shit. I like the Vince Carter story. He a bum, but I liked it though. I ain't gonna front. I like it. So I'm even myself. I'm full of shit in my own sense. Hey, Dudley enjoying the triple cheeseburger. Oh man, boy! If I could trade places with somebody in this world, it would definitely be Jared Dudley. Because at 37, I know I could do what that motherfucker does. if I was freaking halfway in shape, I know I could do what Jared Dudley does now, rather not what he did. Because in San Diego, he was a baller, put up like 22 and 14 in high school. Like y'all don't get twisted. Jared Dudley was a hooper, and then in college, Jared Dudley was a hooper. So let's separate fiction from fact. But at his latest iteration, he'll bum. Jared Dudley, by NBA standards, he's a bum. He's a scrub. I'm sure y'all know where that comes from. Say Clipper Nation. Nah, man, you know what? Clippers, one of the teams I actually feared y'all last year. I thought y'all would be way better than, man, I hate it for Paul George, man. Because Paul George to me is a hooper. Paul George is a dude who came up from playing 1AA basketball and earned his shit. You know what I'm saying? So now he's kind of turned to a punchline. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it, man. I don't like the fact that people talk down on Paul George like he ain't no hooper. But he kind of brought on himself talking all this shit, this playoff piece shit. I'm like, nigga, go hoop. Because he's almost like a self-deprecation thing going on where you basically are leading to your own demise as far as public perception. I really hate that for Paul George. Paul George a hooper, man. If y'all remember when he going against the Heat with the Pacers. We had Lance Stevenson and shit, and he blowing into LeBron, LeBron ear and shit. Paul George is a hooper, bro. He a hooper coming from Fresno State. Don't nobody go pro from Fresno State, bro. I remember him and Kawhi's go at it. Kawhi played at San Diego State. So I like mid-major guys, low and mid-major guys who go to the next level. Like one of my favorite basketball players is Flip Murray, man. Ronald Murray, man. He played at Shaw University. I cheer for, I like that story. But Paul George make it so hard, man. I'm gonna leave that alone. I really like Paul George. He make it hard to be a fan of his sometimes. Dennis Rodman was like 37 and leading and rebounding. Yeah, because you know what Dennis Rodman used to do? Man, so Dennis Rodman from Texas. He's from Dallas. He went to Oak Cliff High School, which is a hood. Dennis Rodman was the epitome of a late bloomer. Dennis Rodman knew he was not athletically talented as his people. You understand what I'm saying? As people around him, but he was a hard worker. So Dennis Rodman used to just like, who do you know have a like how boys get in the gym and put shots up? He got in the gym, rebound. He got up in the gym to have somebody shoot at him and him rebound, so he could start to learn the trajectory of the ball coming off the rim. And it sounds silly, but that was like Einstein level brilliance. That like when it hits a certain part of the rim from a certain distance, the probability is it's going to land here. Yeah, and most rebounders know if it's coming long, if it hit back rim, coming long, hit back rim is going to come probably same direction long. So he knew how to react. Well, most people, they react to like after they hit a body, then they look. Dennis Rodman looked first, hit a body. So that gave him the insight to be such a prolific rebounder, man. And so just think about. Now, I will say this. In college, we had a drill. We had to put a little bubble on top of the rim, and we had like a defensive drill. And there was no way possible to score. So it's all about rebounding. And it was like, it don't count if the ball don't hit the floor first and you don't hit a body first. So it taught us to be more instinctive with rebound instead of just, most people do. They just ball chase. Oh, the ball shot, everybody gonna just try to go to the ball. No, your first instinct should be understand the trajectory, hit a body, box out as best you can, then go get the ball. So that's what that drill taught. And so guys like Dennis Rodman understood that at a hot clip. And that's what made him so successful at that part of his game, man. And I got to give props to that, man. All right, why do people call NBA players scrubs even though they're hoopers? Because most people don't understand the level. Most people don't understand the level. It's easy to call somebody a bum if you're comparing, let's say, a DeMar Johnson guy I liked a lot. When you compare DeMar Johnson to a Kobe, he's like a bum, right? It's easy to call him a scrub when you compare him to the best. But in a given setting, DeMar Johnson was a 6'2", shooting guard, small forward. Dude was an animal. It's just he wasn't an animal compared to T-Mac. He wasn't an animal compared to Steven Jackson, compared to Kobe Bryant. You understand what I'm saying? So it's easy to lose perspective about who's good and who ain't. When reality is these dudes are the top players in the world. So I understand this. So I try to be judicious when I call people scrubs and shit or like bums. But when I say bum, I'm just talking about in context to how they shake up against another player. That's all that's about. All right, let's see. Flip Murray, Sonics and Bulls led the man. I used to love Flip Murray, man. I love Flip Murray. I love Jerome James. Even Kyle O'Quinn, because he went from Norfolk State. Man, I love my HBCU players, man, who out there. One of my best. The second best player I played against in my life is Trey Johnson. I'm going to try to interview him. He coaches. I forget what school he coaches at. But that dude, he was second in the nation in scoring behind Adam Morrison, like 06, I want to say. And he played at Jackson State. That's where Deion Sanders coaches football now, man. That boy Trey was a monster, man. So and he played for the Lakers, he played for the Hornets. So I always root for the low major guy, especially if you went to HBCU. I just got a vested interest in that personally. All right, let's see. So I need an article. They were saying Rodman used to condition and lift weights for hours on end. No wonder why that dude was never tired. Yeah, man. You know what though? People who respect their craft so much that they give up other impulses they have or other passions they have, they tend to succeed more. Because here's the thing. For every Dennis Rodman, there's Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard just athletically gifted, chiseled like a Greek god, like just you couldn't build a better human if we talking just stature with Dwight Howard. I think we all can agree that on the chat. Dwight Howard just ain't want it, man. Not like that. Dwight Howard's a goofy motherfucker. He never learned 2 post moves. And the result is he gonna stumble into a Hall of Fame career. Dwight Howard gonna stumble into a Hall of Fame career with all that God-given ability he had. Because let's keep it a beam. From an effort standpoint, if Dennis Rodman was built like Dwight Howard, he'd be putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers. Can we all agree to that? But that's the crazy thing about basketball, man. Like, they're guys who just halfway committed, but you're just such an athletic freak. You can be amongst the best. It is what it is, man. It ain't fair. It ain't right. But it just is what it is. Some dudes just got the juice, man. Some dudes just got it. Some people don't. And that's just facts, man. All right. Is the NBA suffering from lack of ball movement? Oh, sure, of course, yeah. Yeah, because you know what? The NBA is becoming kind of insufferable to watch, man. Like I struggle watching NBA, man. Like I never thought I would turn to this guy who just like I do not like the product. Because basketball has been a part of my life forever. I've always loved NBA basketball. You understand what I'm saying? So it's almost got to the point where it's damn near. I don't want to get too extreme. I don't want to say it's unwatchable. It's just not what I would prefer as a hoops purist. I'm a hoops purist. I really am. I respect the art of basketball. That's why the Rockets, when they had James Harden and Morey, I never liked it. It's like you cheating basketball. So I do hate now. I'm from Houston. I'm an admitted Rockets hater. Let me just call it a buck. But I mean, even if I don't like somebody, I still can call shit for what it is. And I don't like cheap basketball, man. And I think that's where NBA is going. Hopefully, it'll ebb back towards some cleaning shit up. But I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Manimal said Dwight Howard is a beast in his prime. We're doing some such basketball career. When Dwight Howard lost me, man, I used to be a real big Sebastian Telfair fan. And I remember he had that video Through the Fire. Like, I always loved Sebastian Telfair. I like point guards who are like natural point guards. And I saw this shit when they were like, Dwight Howard had a picture of Candace Parker on his screensaver. Hey, Bassey was letting him have it. I was like, nigga, what kind of nigga is you? You got Candace Parker on your screensaver, bro? What? You got Candace Parker on your screensaver, fam? Like, dog, you are high school All-American because they was going to the All-American game, and Bassey was clowning. I was like, bro, you're the best big man in the country in high school. Why do you got a girl as your? So that led to the simp. I can't fuck with Dwight Howard, man. I know some personal stories by him too, man. A young lady I know has dealt with him, and she sent me tweets of him, like, and this is when he played for the Rockets. I can't take that guy serious, man. I'm sorry, and I'll keep the personal stuff out of it, but Dwight Howard ain't my type. He ain't my type of guy, man. Let's see, but I will respect his late renaissance though. Like, he's gotten more serious again, and so I do respect that he's got more committed to basketball again because he's a physical freaking specimen, man. I know he has had back issues and all that, but bruh, come on, fam. What is obsessive hatred for LeVar and his son? Both instead going. Well, I'll tell you what it is. To me, LeVar Ball represents a forward-speaking man. And being a black man on top of that, yeah, that does mitigate things. But, I mean, and again, y'all, nobody ever likes this reference, but Donald Trump is the same way. When you speak in the affirmative in an unapologetic fashion, people generally don't like it. That's what LeVar Ball is. So LeVar, Man, I saw all this. I mean, you remember when LaMelo had that bad game? He had 0 points and shit like that. Everybody called him a bust. Oh, y'all just eating that crow. Eating that crow, man. That boy's special, man. That boy gonna be the rookie of the year. And Hoop Jargon told you, man, if y'all look at my page, one of my earlier videos about 3 years ago, I covered the Big Baller Brand Challenge when they played against Zalgiris when he's in Lithuania. That dude's special, man. I told y'all when he was 16, and everybody was talking about, oh, man, he playing this bullshit league. I was like, dog, the worst league in Europe is better than the damn near the best league over here in high school. Stop playing. He playing against a lot of bums, man, in high school. Besides those 4 or 5 games where you playing against premier teams, if you're a traveling type of program, his is a public school, so you're not playing those kind of guys like that. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. High school basketball is fucking trash. I challenge all y'all. Go watch a high school basketball game next year. Just pick a school and just go to a varsity game. That shit's fucking garbage, man. That shit is fucking garbage, man. I went to my alma mater school, man, Eisenhower in Houston. They get on 4-4 stand up. Golly, man. It was about a year and a half ago. I went and watched the game. It was a playoff game. Dog, when I say that shit was trash, like I was more interested in my nachos than watching that fucking basketball. It was so bad. And, it's my alma mater. This is like, my love and tears in this program at Eisenhower, man. Like when I was a senior, we went to the game before state. Fourth round, like I bleed Eisenhower, man. Swoop, swoop. Everybody from H-Town, y'all know what it is. Dog, that shit was unwatchable. That shit was unwatchable. It just was a lot of up and down, bad possessions. Oh my God, bad decision making from the point guard. I was like, man, I want to throw up, man, watching that shit. So my point I'm making is when people are saying LaMelo Ball is missing out on a real, lesson because he ain't playing high school basketball, I'm like, go watch high school basketball. It's not good, man. It's not because there's no shot clock either. It's terrible, man. I'm sorry. I'm not backing off that. Kevin Porter Jr. and Christian Wood Hooper. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I told y'all in the last, maybe a few streams ago, I like Christian Wood, man. I don't give a lot of props to Rockets players, but I like Christian Wood. He cool, man. Bassie from Coney Island. Yes, sir. The Bassinator. I'm mad Sebastian Telfair become one of the best point guards. I love Sebastian Telfair, man. He never really developed that jumper, but I like point guards who think. You play on the court and you create. That's why I like Chris Paul a lot too. Now, Chris Paul, I wouldn't put him on like a Steph Curry level, but guys who can just see things levels ahead and put guys in position, that's a skill. So they basically know how to think all 5 positions. That's why I don't love a Russell Westbrook kind of guy. Because to me, that's just not being a real point guard. So that's just personally what I like. All right, let's see. How does Sheldon Williams pull catch? Let me help you out. Money. And being 6'8" ain't hurt nothing either. Yeah, Sheldon Williams, man. That was the accomplishment of a lifetime. Him taking down Candace Parker and putting a baby in her. That's a great accomplishment. He won an NBA championship with that. There's no way in hell that's supposed to be good. Rondo in my face. Oh yeah, man. I love Rajon Rondo, man. Rajon Rondo is a hoop savant, and I happen to love hoop savants, man. You think basketball levels ahead, even with a broke ass jumper that Rajon Rondo has, right? He's still so effective, even now in his latter years. Still super effective. And I just happen to like guys like that, man. Even you got limitations, but you still make the best of what you can do. And it's and not only that, it's in the benefit of your teammates. So I can never say nothing negative about a Rajon Rondo from a totality standpoint. Now, individually, he ain't the easiest person to get along with. I think we all understand that. He's a little piece of shit. He's a little turd. But overall, for his basketball acumen, man, that's a great dude, man. That just Rajon Rondo deserves all the respect he get, man. Coming out of Chicago, just a tough player. Shadow is legend. Yeah, he's a legend. He shot the club of all clubs up, man. He, as we all know, he ain't deserve that club that he shot up. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So that's what I got on that, man. So LeBron James again caught with his pants down, man. And I appreciate the side banter too, man. I always try to get to y'all questions because I'm a true hoop fan, man. So if y'all are new to the channel, man, if y'all give a sub, that'd be awesome. I'm trying to get to 1,000 people by summertime. Summertime. You ain't know I can sing like that. No, I can't sing. But no, so man, so I appreciate y'all, man. Till next time, hoop jogging out. And that's all I got, man. Peace.